the night. The city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. Open your eyes and see the people chanting, slowly falling apart. The silence causing an earthquake. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on.
drive.
Fans, welcome back to race number 9 of the Fastlane Racing League 3YTV Truck Series. You got the Guyz 175K. That's K for kilometers for all of those of you who do not understand non-freedom units. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun one tonight. We are at Mosport, so it's gonna be a wild and wacky time. That is for sure. A lot of these drivers do not really understand the difficulty of road racing, especially at a track like Mosports. And one of those people who may not be driving is me. I'm not going to be driving, but I also don't really fully understand Mosports, a track that I'm not too familiar with. So please bear with me as I try to figure out just what to, call and say and do. But I hope everybody's having a wonderful time. I hope everybody had a wonderful day. We're currently in lone qualifying. These guys have 10 minutes to put down 2 laps. So with the challenges of it being a road course, we're going to be seeing a couple people who actually attempted to qualify not be able to put in a lap time. Taking a look right now, we see number 98 of Chris Roberge. They try to audio balance here, almost at the same time as I'm taking care of all of this. But we got 4 people out here watching tonight. How are you guys all doing today? And if you guys have anything to say in the chat, feel free to say it. I'll be reading the chat throughout the race. If anything interesting pops on up, I'll be sure to mention it out here in the broadcast. Who are you guys cheering on tonight? I know we have a bunch of Fernando Matos, friends and family watching. A bunch of, I believe, Billy Wise, or the Wise family also watching as well. As, let's see. I believe Castor also has a couple of people watching. Torres has people watching as well. Hope everybody is having a fantastic day. I'm not sure. Only 2 people have actually put in lap times right now, and both of those drivers, or 3 of those drivers now, I should say, is Joe Torres, Justin Hughes, and Dakota Moda. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up the top 5 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the best time of the drivers who put in a lap time right now. There's only 3 drivers. Number 29, Joe Torres. Number 19 of Justin Hughes. Dakota Moda in 3rd. And actually now, Frank Hughes has put in a lap time that's the 4th fastest. So something I do want to do is go over through the standings. So not everybody has... Sorry, let me rephrase that. I don't have a race standing graphics for you guys. But I can verbally give you guys a standing. So if I go to championships here... Oh, no, that's not it. Alright, so as of May 10th, 2820, and that was last week when we ran at Martinsville. We now have 5 drivers who have put in lap time. So it's currently Derek Castor, Joe Torres, Justin Hughes, and Dakota Moda. Those are only 4 drivers. And Fernando Matos right now, who is currently in 5th place. But Kyle Zimmer is your current points leader. He has a 2-point lead over Derek Castor. Derek Castor right now is actually under provisional poll. But Derek Castor only 2 points behind Ethan Thompson in 3rd, Fernando Matos in 4th. Up 1 position from the previous race is Chris Roberge, who is now in 5th, who has overtaken Joshua Riddle, who has dropped down 1 spot into 6th. Tom Johnson, Billy Wise, 7th. Joe Torres, biggest mover of the race week. He moved up 3 positions there. Only has raced 6 races out of 8 and has won 2 of them. So really great job by Joe Torres. He moved up 3 spots and is currently looking to be nicely settled in 9th place. 10th place, Brian Lowhead, also up 1 spot. Nick Catilla, 11th, up 2 spots. And Tanner Sharp, who dropped down 2 spots, went from 10th to 12th. And Eddie Hawks, unfortunately, dropped the most the previous week, going from 9th place down to 13th. Johnny Berardi moved up 1 spot, overtook Andrew Smith, who went down 1 spot. That's 14th and 15th. David Wilson stayed in 16th. Justin Hughes moved up 2 spots from 19th all the way to 17th. Luke Knupp lost 1 spot into 18th. Frank Hughes gained a spot from 20th to 19th. And Dakota Moda has dropped down 2 spots into 20th. So I'm trying to see if there are any other cars on track. Yeah, we do see a couple right now. As currently, Derek Castor is still your fastest driver with a 0.14 second differential. And, considering the fact that these drivers are running lap times in the minute and almost a half at 1 minute 23, the fact that they're within a 1/10 of a second, I mean, it's going to be maybe a little bit of a competitive race, at least between Castor and Wilson. And even Torres. Torres isn't too far behind. He is, let's see. Torres is 0.9, so he's just over half a second behind Derek Castor. So being over half a second behind somebody in an oval is a big issue. That means you're going to be struggling a lot. But being just over half a second in a road course, that's nothing. You can make that up, no problem. So we're taking a look right now at Dakota Moda, see who else is out there on track. Seeing Kyle Zimmer out on track, maybe? Let's take a look. Kyle Zimmer, yeah, he's a little slow right now, but he is on track. Derek Castor also running some Q laps, and Dakota Moda currently still out on track, running his lap. You can see right there, it's in the green. Means it should be nice and simple. His first lap was, I'm still trying to figure out how to read these things. 122.69. Oh, he goes, oh no, he went around on the last corner. That's a shame, and unfortunately, I think that's going to be it for all the people out there that were trying to post qualifying laps. I'm not seeing anybody else put in any time. We have 2 minutes to go, so we're going to take... actually, we're not even going to take a micro break. Let's go on and talk to your current provisional pole sitters, Derek Castor. Can we have a word with him? I'm just going to... just bring him on down quickly while we still have 2 minutes, and then see if I can get a quick word with Derek Castor. Derek, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Derek, you ran a 1 minute 22.696, which is just about 0.14 seconds ahead of second place. Looks to be that you're going to be getting the provisional pole. I'm not seeing anybody on track, but with that kind of being solidified, how's your opinion for this track going on? What's your approach for tonight?
I'm going to be tiptoeing. It's going to be a war of attrition tonight. You're going to go off. The track's very slick. The road course tire model on the oval cars just seems to be kind of slickery. And so, see how it goes. There's going to be a lot of cars going in the grass. Hopefully I'm not included in that, but I'm not going to say I'm not going to, because it's very possible.
Well, you guys have a caution halfway at the end of lap number 25. how's your strategy going to be dictated by that?
I think I'm gonna come in right before it comes out. That's the strategy. That's what I did last time at the road course. It seemed to work out, so we'll see how that goes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We got about 20 seconds before you guys start grading up. Any last words you want to say to us before you go?
Not really. Godspeed to all the competitors.
Thank you so much, Dakota. I'm going to move you back into your channel. I believe you were hanging out in Primal Racing with Dakota Moda. Did I just call you Dakota? I meant to say Derek. Anyway, let me move you back in there. To apologize to Dakota Moda. I was thinking about the channel that he was in and completely forgot that that's not Dakota Moda. So that was Derek Castor we were speaking to. I do apologize if I kept on calling him Dakota. I know the text I had up there was Dakota. That's my bad. I had my my brain a little scrambled there. But drivers are going to be gridding up here very, very soon. I'm trying to see. Oh, we got a couple drivers in there, which means it's time for us to go through the grid. Boy, that's kind of quiet, man. The sound person is falling asleep on the job. Here we go. Going through the grid. You're a pole sitter for tonight. Make sure I'm not too loud, or it's not too loud. Derek Castor, David Wilson qualified in second, Joe Torres third, Kyle Semmer fourth, Chris Roberge in fifth, Ethan Thompson sixth, Fernando Matos qualified seventh, Justin Hughes eighth, Dakota Moda ninth, Frank Hughes 10th, Nate Morris and Johnny Benson is going to be 11th and 12th. Let me go ahead and move it up to the next set of drivers. 13th is Tanner Sharp, Thomas Johnson 14th, Andrew Smith 15th, and Nate Catilla qualifying in 16th position. Now, drivers 12th through 16, so the final 5 drivers did not post a qualifying lap. So I actually currently do not know if that was by intention or if that was due to off-track issues, but that is your starting field for tonight. We may have just a little bit of time. Let's see if we can get a quick word in with Tanner Sharp. Tanner, you got a copy?
Yep.
Tanner, I know you're not the biggest fan of road racing, and it's usually something you just want to do your best to definitely stay off the track and try to finish as high as you can. But what's your approach for tonight?
Just point race. Just get the best finish we can out of that. So that's basically all, and move on to the next track.
What's your confidence meter going in right now? To 50%, higher or lower?
Lower.
Lower? Oh, all right. Well, hopefully you're able to improve that confidence meter a lot. I know you've been working hard to succeed in road racing, and we'll see if you have what it takes to try to finish in the top 10 tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Thanks, Carlos.
No problem. All right, and that was Tanner Sharp. Going to go ahead and, well, the drivers are already driving right now, which kind of just tells me really not much that left to do except to get ready to start the race. So we're going to be right back, and as these drivers go on green flag racing, we're going to listen to the engines go, and then we're going to start commentating. Pace car is off, and these drivers are going to get back. I mean, they're going to be starting tonight's race. Green flag is out. Oh, big wreck in the back involving the number 3, Tanner Sharp, the number 71 at Dakota Moda, and I believe that is the number 87 of Andrew Smith. So, tough break for some of these guys as we got the number 14 of AJ Digby going wide. Number 19 goes wide as well. We're going to try to get some replays queued up, but with it being a one-man show, it's going to be just a little bit difficult for me to do that tonight. 14 goes around 87 as Killing Flies. Tanner Sharp smacks the outside wall very, very hard. So lots of carnage here in lap number 1 as they've actually thrown out a caution. Did not expect this at all, but the officials have thrown out a caution due to the massive amount of incidents that were going out throughout the track. So caution is out, and I'm gonna go silent a little bit so I can try to get all these replays queued up and see just what happened throughout the whole thing, because there were a lot of incidents. Your current top 5, right before I go, is David Wilson, Joe Torres, Kyle Zimmer, Chris Roberge, and Derek Castor. But let's take a look at some of these replays. First one I'm seeing that has been logged is Dakota Moda getting involved in an incident when the race began. Dakota Moda hits those bumps, upsets the truck, and it just goes loose and it clips. So I believe that may have been the 1. No, that's the... I'm not quite sure who that was, but the 3 of Tanner Sharp was involved in that as well. It seems like those 2 trucks got clipped and pirouetted out into the inside wall. So here we go, Tanner Sharp. We talked to him just before they went green. Wanted to avoid any issues. Unfortunate in that he was involved. I don't know if we have a good camera angle for that. May not. No, I don't think so. Alright, moving on. The next incident I see is Dakota Moda again. Let me. This actually may be part of the same incident. Yeah, it's looking to be part of the same incident. That was a 90, the 52. That was the other driver that was involved. Alright, next up I see Johnny Berardi went off track. We're going to see where this was. At the exit of the corner, we see these drivers trying to avoid an incident. Johnny Berardi almost got clipped by Tanner Sharp. Whoa, I think that may have been Tom Johnson as a 99. Was able to miss the number 3 of Tanner Sharp, but unfortunately, the direction he was facing was just a little too much for him. Let's take a look. Tom Johnson involved in the incident. I believe he was the one that hit Tanner Sharp after the 99 went through. Yes, that would be what happened. See Tanner Sharp hitting the inside wall from the direction they're at. And, oh, just heavy damage on the right and left side. That engine is killed. They're going to have to use one of their 2 fast repairs. That's right, they only have 2 fast repairs today. All right, taking a look at the next one. Johnny Berardi went off track. Oh, sorry, I apologize. We already looked at that one. Derek Castor went off track. That's the number 12. He actually started the race on pole position. This would explain why he lost a couple spots there. I've noticed that everybody moved up 1 spot and Derek Castor dropped down 5. Or 4, I should say. As he's actually went down pit road this time by. But yeah, looks like just went a little too wide there. And dropped a couple positions there. No harm, no foul though. That car's going to be good. Taking a look at what else we have. Johnny Berardi came back on track. Justin Hughes was involved in an incident with number 19 we see right there. As, whoa, I gotta find that AJ Digby issue. Because he went off. That's funny, I'm not seeing any issues with AJ Digby. What was he not given an off track? SDK, come on. Do your jobs. All right, let's take a look at it again. So it was Justin Hughes, and then we're gonna switch on over to the 14. If I can find him, there he goes. All right, let's back it up. Oh wow, that's a hard hit to the tire barriers. All right, let's take a look here. Goes into the corner, too much rear brake, and overcorrected it up into the outside tire barrier. So heavy damage, unfortunate. See what else we have. Being told Tanner Sharp went off track again. I think we did see this. We just barely caught a glimpse of this back when it did happen. Oh, contact with the 14. I'm not sure if that was. I really doubt that was intentional. I think Tanner Sharp probably just mistook where the drivers were. But yeah, heavy damage for the 3 again and the number 14. Taking a look here, let's switch it onto a different camera. Tanner Sharp clears the 14, or so he thinks. I don't know. I'm gonna withhold judgment. I really don't have the time right now to find a slightly better camera angle. Leave that to the race officials should they deem that appropriate. But let's take a look at what else we have. And then this was around the time when the caution came out. Taking a look at Ethan Thompson. That's not Ethan Thompson. What are you on about, SDK? Oh my goodness, I'm an idiot. Oh no. Oh, my dumb meter is through the roof. That's not David Wilson. David Wilson's in the 20. I apologize. Ethan Thompson's in the 14. I don't know why I was thinking of AJ Digby, but I said David Wilson because my confidence meter's at 100%, but my intelligence meter's all the way down to 2%. All right, taking a look at what else we have. We have Andrew Smith went off track. It was also around the same time that the yellow flag came out. As we do have 1 to green, but we have a ways to go before they go through the line. And then we also have an issue with Dakota Moda, who is already killing flies. I think this could just be him slowing down because he blew an engine. Yeah, you don't see smoke anymore. So he blew an engine there. And then we also have Nate Catilla getting involved in an accident. We actually didn't really see Nate Catilla with too much troubles. He was already slowing down. I think this may have been after the caution. And when usually things, yeah, okay, this is just him checking up for the field. So I do apologize for that, but that should be all of the issues that we saw here tonight. As we are 1 to green. We are currently, I want to say, on turn 7. Yeah, they're on turn 7, going into turn 8 right now. Get a camera on turn 8 right now, actually. And we're going to be going back to green here on the first restart attempt of the night. So there was 1 scheduled caution on lap number 25 at the end of 25. I'm not too sure. I don't think it's going to change anything. But if there's no caution on lap number 25, or it's later or earlier, whatever it is, we know why. Pace truck is off, and we're going to go green flag racing here. Back to green at Mosport. Oh, Ron goes a 98 into 17. 98, it wasn't intentional, but it looked like he chopped off the nose of the 17. 17 recovered, spun around a little bit, but did a great job of keeping the truck straight. No issues there. Going back to the lead, David Wilson still holding on to that lead as number 4 is off the racing track right now. When he goes, 29 gets a little, 25? Wait, yeah, 29 goes a little wide, exiting the corner, and loses a bunch of spots. He went from 2nd all the way down to 4th. Derek Castor just going by him. 5th place is number 19, Justin Hughes. Tanner Sharp currently in 6th. Great recovery for Tanner Sharp, who was involved in that first incident, or a bunch of those first incidents where he had a really bad engine, so he for sure used one of his 2 fast repairs. As that truck is, he has to be careful. He can't really mess up anymore. 17 went off track just a little bit. I apologize, 23 went off track. I'm not sure who it was, honestly. At this point, there's too many drivers out there for me to see just what happened. Battle here for 5th place as the 19 goes wide into the corner. Tanner Sharp wisely dodges him as another truck driver went wide in the corner, but Tanner Sharp does lose that position as he's now dropped down into 6th place. Current leaders is David Wilson with Kyle Zimmer behind him in 2nd place, Derek Castor in 3rd, Joe Torres 4th, Justin Hughes in 5th place. The fastest lap currently right now is David Wilson. Your current leaders, Andrew Smith, has taken it down pit road. He's actually been there from the initial incident. Something we can quickly go through now that we have a small chance. The weather, it's a nice, beautiful 74 degrees out there, partly cloudy, but the track temperature is almost at the 100 degrees. That's 97 degrees, so it's going to play a factor. As these drivers, we've seen them slipping and sliding around, and this could be a big explanation as to why. Top 5 look to be running nice and clean. No, I'm not seeing too many issues out on track as Tanner Sharp hops the curb there a little bit. Not sure if he has an iRacing penalty or wherever it is, but either way, he's going to be fine as the number 4 of Nick Attila has gone around. He spun it. That's about turn 6 or 7, going into 8. So yeah, he spun it around turn 7. But good recovery, no issue there from the number 4 at this point. This truck is looking nice and clean. Let's take a look at the number 83 and the number 99. No problems at all for number 28, David Wilson. He is pulling off to a pretty big lead as these last 2 laps, he's actually been outperforming. And okay, well, they've only gone green 2 laps, so yeah, these last 2 laps, ever since they went green, is big damage, 99 involved. Trying to see who else that is. That's the number 14 of Ethan Thompson. I got it right this time, but heavy damage to both of those trucks. No caution right now. I don't expect to see one, but that's some heavy damage to number 14 and the number 99, Johnny Berardi. Oh, 20 gets a little loose going into the corner. Great. You know, if this was like this little tail whip and he saved it. What a great crack of the wheel there he had, the number 20 did, to save that truck from getting into an even worse position. We're gonna go ahead and pull up the multi-camera, where on the top right you're gonna be seeing usually the up-front battles, and on the bottom left you're gonna be seeing what iRacing considers to be crashes or most exciting. So whenever there's no incidents going on, it's gonna be set to most exciting. Whenever there is an incident going around on track, it's gonna be set to focus in on that. So currently right now, no issues for your race leaders. David Wilson up ahead. Cal Zimmer is actually getting challenged by Derek Castor. So I want to say, I believe that is what it was like. As these 2 drivers, this is the closest battle right now on track. Let's take a look and go on board. The number 19 of Justin Hughes going around there. I believe that is corner number... That's the second to last corner. Yeah, you're going to see him cross the start-finish line right now. But other than that, good recovery. I'm seeing a bunch of these drivers just getting loose and spinning out, but not really getting themselves in a position where they're going to have a lot more damage, considering the massive issues that we saw on lap number 1. So great recovery by these guys. Remember, the Fastlane Racing League is a disabled-friendly league. So a majority of the drivers either have a disability, whether it's mental or physical. So this is a place for them all to race in a place where they're not going to be judged. And honestly, a bunch of these guys outperform me every single day of the week. I run a couple races with them sometimes on Tuesdays, and oh man, is it a struggle to even finish decently. But yeah, so fantastic to see the improvements, because I used to cover a couple races for them a couple years ago, and whenever they went road racing, we would be seeing mostly what we're seeing now in terms of the drivers who are up front or racing up front back then. But a bunch of the drivers towards the middle and the back of the pack, I'm not seeing them wreck or spin out or lose control as often as they did back in the day. So it's a massive improvement for all these drivers. And the fact that they feel nice and relaxed as Tanner Sharp goes around. No issues though. Actually, I don't even think he fully went around it. He did not get on the clutch, and looks like he's actually taking a toe. So something may have happened. It's entirely possible that he may have missed a shift. They're going to try to figure that out a little bit later. But it looks like he did have to take a toe. Up front, no issues except for the fact that Kyle Zimmer has been gunning down David Wilson these last couple laps. Let me go ahead and pull up here some of the lap time history, as David Wilson is all over the place. We saw from the restart 2 fast laps, and ever since then, ever since those fast 2 laps, Kyle Zimmer's been just gaining in on David Wilson. Not just Kyle Zimmer, but also Derek Castor. He's also been incredibly fast and staying with Wilson. Staying with Zimmer in their efforts to catch up to Wilson. This is a current battle for essentially the lead is what it's going to be looking like. Currently just these 3 drivers. As the 20 gets a little wide, we've noticed the grip on that 20 machine get a little off these last couple laps, and we have a brand new race leader, and that is the number 25 of Kyle Zimmer. Derek Castor looking on the outside, which is going to become the inside. He's looking all the way to the right, says he has to back off there on the curb, looking to the right. Going to be a little, nice and conservative. It's still early in the race, and we've been seeing that 20 drive it deep and with some very slick and loose tires, as the number 20 is just unable to hold a racing line. Those tires are too hot. Let me repeat that. Number 20, David Wilson, he is capable of holding a racing line, but with the heated tires and the way they're behaving, it's making it nearly impossible. The fact that he hasn't spun that truck out just speaks massive amount to what a skilled driver he is. So with a brand new race leader, Kyle Zimmer now at the front, Derek Castor chasing behind him, did lose some time to Kyle Zimmer because of the fact that that he had to battle with the number 20. Joe Torres is now up to third. Chris Birch in 4th, and Fernando Matos has gotten by David Wilson is the driver who was in pit road. So Fernando Matos is currently now into 5th place. .25 going through some lap traffic right now. Derek Castor gained just a little bit of time. Let's go on board the gyrocam, just see what we're seeing here. We saw right there number 12 Derek Castor getting by Kyle Zimmer on the outside. And we have a brand new race leader, Derek Castor, now with a nearly 3/4 of a second lead over Kyle Zimmer. Joe Torres is currently third, Chris Roberts fourth, Fernando Matos in fifth. Taking a look to see where David Wilson ended up, and David Wilson is currently, looks like he actually may have taken his truck behind the garage, as we are with, I want to say 11. Taking a look and see where the leaders are at. 11 to go before the planned caution comes out. That is the number 99 of Berardi that goes around. We saw it right there briefly for a second. Try to see if we can pull a camera on it. Looks like iRacing's not considering that an issue. But yeah, currently right now, all the drivers are starting to spread out. Fernando Matos is heading down Perry Road for a scheduled stop. Some of the things to notice is, looks like some of these drivers are really doing a great job of taking care of their tires. And unfortunately, others that may not have either been doing that from the start as the 29 goes wide. Some of these drivers may not have been doing that from the start, or just are usually a little unable to do it. They're finding themselves having to go down pit road early. As I could have expected to see Derek Castor try to make it the next of the 11 laps before he has to go down pit road. We all know these drivers can probably make it on fuel. Actually, now that I think about it, they may have to pit for fuel soon. These drivers are running with a smaller tank than usual. Let me see if I can pull up the information here. %70 fuel. These drivers also do have 5 tire sets. So that is 4 in pit road, and then the 1 set of tires that they do start the race with. So those are 5 tire sets. You see here Fernando Matos battling up against the number 52 of Nate Morris. Nate Morris has yet to go down pit road. Fernando Matos already went down pit road, so that's kind of what the fresher tire is going to do for you. As he's 1 spot away from getting back into 6th place. He is currently he was the last driver on the lead lap, but now that he's passed Nate Morris, he is now the second to last driver on the lead lap. As Nate Morris almost goes around there. Great recovery from him. We're going to take a look and see what other battles we may have going on track. Let's pull up the multi-view once again. Top right is what I'm going to be focusing on, and bottom left is going to be what iRacing considers issues or best racing out on track right now. Kyle Zimmer was kind of running close to Joe Torres, but Joe Torres had a couple issues a couple laps ago, and he's dropped a lot more seconds to your race, to your top 2 drivers. That being said, speaking of your top 2 drivers, Derek Castor has really not pulled away from Kyle Zimmer as much as we expected to. He was able to get by Kyle Zimmer no problem there, but it seems like these last couple laps, he may be losing some of that track position there to the number 25. Now, this could be something that Derek's doing. He could just be trying to take care of his tires. As we see Johnny Berardi going down Perry Road from 13th position. He could just be taking care of his tires. And if he has to let him go, then he'll let him go. It's still too early in the race. But I'm not sure. This is all new to me, as we saw right there, number 52 of Nate Morris has gone around. He's got some damage there in the right rear. And he just got lapped. So that's going to be pushing Fernando Matos to be the last driver on the lead lap. As the leaders have gone on by, and the leaders are still racing each other pretty hard right now. Well, let me rephrase that. This is the closest battle we're seeing on track right now. As we saw it on board, number 12 of Derek Castor. Let's see it again with the number 25. Let's go on board and listen in for a couple laps. right, so we should be seeing caution coming out at the end of this lap, and you saw it there in first person and in the secondary camera. What happened with Derek Castor? He went off track, and Kyle Zimmer used that to his advantage. Derek Castor has dropped it down pit road. Caution's not out, so I'm not seeing any rules that's preventing him from doing that. He said that is what he would do, and it looks like he's doing it. No caution out yet, but we should be seeing a caution out very, very soon. No competition at all for Kyle Zimmer, as actually when he crosses the line, we should be expecting to see the caution. He's actually slowing it down. He's going to be driving it down pit road right now. So it's actually going to... Caution's not going to come out because he hasn't crossed the line. I mean, I think by the time he crosses the line, he should be close enough to a stall. Derek Castor still in second, as actually he should come out of this as the leader. By the time the caution comes out, caution is not out yet. I don't believe he's crossed the line. They're going to look. Survey says he actually did cross the line. Derek Castor's catching up as you see the number 83 there up against the wall. Derek Castor's almost near the corner as, actually I was wrong. I apologize. Kyle Zimmer easily is able to get out of pit road ahead of Derek Castor. As we have another driver going around. Not quite sure who that was, but it's in front of Derek Castor. And it looks like that driver is free and off track. That's the 99 of Ferrari. Oh, he backed it up trying to get his truck spun around. Still no caution though. I would have expected this by now. Trying to see if I can get a quick word with anybody. I think everybody that's on the Discord is currently still on track. But no caution as of yet. We did expect one with 25 to go. It's currently 24 to go. It's currently 33. And we're not seeing it out yet, but Kyle Zimmer, your current race leader. Derek Castor in second, Joe Torres third, Chris Roberge fourth, Frank Hughes in fifth, and Fernando Matos in sixth place. Chris Roberge and Joe Torres, as well as Nate Morris, have not gone down pit road, but of the drivers who are on the lead lap there, Joe Torres and Chris Roberge have not gone down pit road yet. So I'm sure they're going to want a caution here anytime soon. Kyle Zimmer, still your race leader now at 22 laps to go. Gonna cross down into turns 1 and 2. No problem there. He has a about 10-second lead, almost 10 seconds. It's like 9.3 over Derek Castor. Joe Torres, who's behind by about 8 seconds, and then we have Chris Roberge in fourth, who's about behind Joe Torres by about 6.5 seconds, and then we have Frank Hughes, who is 50 seconds behind your fifth place drivers. Actually, I do apologize. We are now in halfway. I miss. Well, okay, I don't get it. That doesn't make sense. How are we? Oh, no, that still doesn't make sense. I don't get how we are halfway. If it's coming out on lap 25. Oh, you know what it is? No, that still doesn't make sense. So 22 plus 22 is 44. 71's gonna go. What a good save. Oh, he does fully go around almost in front of the leader. Wow, that was almost risky there for number 25 of Kyle Zimmer. I'm still trying to do some math here. As okay, let me search here. I can figure out. So if 22 is halfway, 22 plus 22 is 44. Lap 25. So if I subtract 25 from 44 and add Kurt Angle to the mix, 44, 25, it's going to be 19. 19 to go? Oh, is lap 25 19 to go? Hey, you know what? I don't trust my small brain over here. Let me pull out my calculator. 44 minus 25 is 19. Okay, big brain move over here, Carlos. That actually tells me that I initially thought that halfway was 25. So when I saw 25 to go, I initially thought that it was because of the fact that it's halfway, and especially when I saw Derek Castro going down Perry Road, then I saw Kyle Zimmer going down Perry Road, I was like, oh yeah, they're pitting right before the caution comes out. But no, I was wrong. So currently right now, Joe Torres is the last driver on the lead lap who has yet to go down Perry Road, currently running in third, 15 seconds back of Derek Castro, and I want to say about 23 seconds back of the race lead. So actually, let me go ahead and put the gap back on, because I thought the caution was going to come out any moment now. I was like, Hodamoda's crashed again. Heavier damage this time. He did hit the outside tire barrier, or outside wall, but is still able to drive it off. This is in the last corner there before they cross the line. So Dakota Moda still out there on track. Fernando Matos is down in pit road right now. This is going to be his second time in, and this will put him a lap down, as now the caution has flown. Kyle Zimmer, your race leader at the stage. We're restarting. Oh no, heavy damage for Berardi after the caution came out. And we got a couple drivers not going off track now that they're slowing down to C83. Oh, well, on the bright side, he didn't have it too hard. But yeah, caution is out, and we're gonna take a small break, and then we're going to see if we can get a driver to interview, and then we'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. It's time to go. Green Flag Racing here with 15 laps. Oh, never mind. Looks like that stretched it out an additional lap. I actually did not see that. I could have sworn that the pace chart had gone down pit road. But looks like we're going to be going one more lap. So we're going to take another quick break before we get back to green. Pace car is off this time, and they're going back to green here. 14 laps to go at Motorsport. Chris Roberge there on the left of number 25, Kyle Zimmer. No challenge there for the 25 Kyle Zimmer, as he's going to go right by and clear Chris Roberge, taking the lead here on the restart here at corner number 2, going into corner number 3. Currently, Kyle Zimmer, Chris Roberge, their caster, Joe Torres. We got Nate Morris, Fernando Matos, and Justin Hughes. And somebody goes around, not quite sure who that is. That's Derek Castor. 12 car spins out. He's going to be dropping from 3rd all the way down to possibly 7th. Actually, looks like he's dropping down all the way to 7th. Only 7 drivers on the lead lap. So obviously it's not fun that happened to him, but he did not lose too many spots. As with only 7 drivers on the lead lap, 7 of 16. That's almost half the drivers. That's actually a little bit over half the drivers a lap down. But Kyle Zimmer pulling away from Joe Torres. Fernando Matos down in 3rd, as it looks like all these drivers, including Nate Morris, has gone by Chris Roberge. As a matter of fact, I believe Chris Roberge may have been involved in an incident, being shown he crashed. We'll see if we can pull up a replay for that a little bit later. But right now, Kyle Zimmer, Joe Torres, Fernando Matos, Nate Morris, Chris Roberge, your current top 5, Derek Castor, Justin Hughes, Frank Hughes, Thomas Johnson, and Dakota Moda, your top 10. Johnny Berardi, Andrew Smith, David Wilson, Ethan Thompson, Tanner Sharp, and Nate Catilla are the rest of the drivers in the field. As a matter of fact, 11th and back are currently off track. Go ahead and pull up our multicam and see what's going on around the racetrack. There's no contention here for the lead, but it actually looks like there's a battle going on between the 98 and the 83. The 83 is actually a lap down, so that was actually not for position. It was just a battle on track, and it looks like the 83 is now spinning out on the grass. Thankfully, though, it looks like no additional damage for that 83 truck. Kyle Zimmer now off to a 2.5 second lead, just a 2.25 second lead over Joe Torres. Fernando Matos 6 seconds back. It looks like Nate Morris has backed it up into the fence. Unfortunate for him. He's going to drop a couple spots. He's going to move Derek Castor back into the top 5, and Chris Roberge into 4th. No competition up in the front is actually maybe it kind of looks like Joe Torres is just slightly gaining on Kyle Zimmer. Slowly but surely, it looks like that is what we may be seeing. Remember, last lap he was well over 2 seconds behind your race leader Kyle Zimmer, but in this time by, it was 1.8. So it's definitely a gain, but the question is he able to do anything with it? Taking a look at the last lap time was definitely actually no, it was slower. Maybe I misread the telemetry. I thought he was faster. Fernando Matos, the third place driver, currently looking to get a podium here at Motorsports, has Derek Castor chasing him down. Derek Castor has shown that he's been faster than Fernando Matos, but it seems like he's been him being Derek Castor's made just a couple too many mistakes. As I'm being told, Frank Hughes has taken it to the garage. He involved in an incident there. But yeah, there's a battle going on here. It's going to be a battle for third place. It's going to be Fernando Matos and Derek Castor. To the left goes the 12, not the advantage for him. Gonna try to do a crossover. Fernando Matos really to the inside there on that next corner. It's gonna be a bad execution, but Fernando Matos has the advantage, clips the curb, and is able to power and block the 12. 12 gets in the grass. Derek Castor does a great job, but he does have to back off, and that's gonna be a couple tenths of a second that he's gonna have to give up, with Chris Roberts now on his back bumper. So it's going to be a 3-car battle for the potential lead here. Sorry, not potential lead, potential third place. As I'm not sure how Derek Castor's going to feel about that one, but that was definitely a block, a little contact against the back bumper of the 17. Matos goes around. Derek Castor obviously not happy with that block that Fernando Matos put on. Gave him a little bit too hard of a bumper toss, and that number 17 has gone around, and he's going to be missing out on a podium spot. He's actually dropping down all the way to 6th place. Look away, Matos' family, because that was not fun to watch, and I'm sure Fernando Matos is not too happy about that. Chris Roberts got a bird's eye view, not a bird's, he got a front row view of what happened there. Not sure if Chris may have anything for Castor, but he's there in case there's a slip up. Meanwhile, up front, Kyle Zimmer pulling away from Joe Torres now even more. So he Berardi up against the, actually on the grass. I'm not sure if he actually did make contact there. Going into corner number 1 to 25 goes. No problem there. 4 seconds ahead of the 29 Joe Torres. Derek Castor is about 8 seconds behind 2nd place. So not really any competition going on for those drivers as we have 10 to go this time by. That battle for 3rd place is starting to thaw out as Derek Castor slowly pulling away from Chris Roberts, but Chris is kind of hoping that maybe Castor makes a mistake or two. Derek Castor has been mostly consistent in terms of tire management, but he has shown a couple, some vulnerabilities to making a couple mistakes early on in the run, but it seems like the further he gets in the run, the more consistent he is and the less likely he is to make a mistake. So Chris Roberts is hoping that he does make one so he can get himself up into the podium spot. Kyle Zimmer wants to make sure that he's setting. Oh, never mind. 99 up into the outside wall. Fernando Matos has driven it down pit road. Seems like Fernando Matos may have had an accident. Yeah, it looks like he was involved in a little bit of an issue there. So Fernando Matos' day may be done here, as he did have to take a tow to the pit road. But I was trying to say, Kyle Zimmer doing a great job of just pulling away from the rest of the field. He wants to make sure that if he does make a mistake, he's got well more than enough of a gap to make sure that it really doesn't do anything for him, as he is now 5.5 seconds ahead of Joe Torres in the number 29, and which Joe Torres is actually 12.5 seconds ahead of Derek Castor in third place. And that battle is actually, I mean, it's there's no battle anymore, as considering Christopher Birch is 4 seconds back. But Christopher Birch is now starting to run somewhat consistent, close enough lap times to Derek Castor, so he's not losing too much. But the further away Castor gets, the less likely Christopher Birch is from capitalizing on any mistake, should he make one. As he gets a little bit of a tire lockup there, that's not really going to be too much of an issue there. But yeah, so no problems there at all. I'm gonna try to see if I can go ahead and pull up and talk to Fernando Matos. Fernando, you got a copy?
I don't deserve this fight.
I'm sorry? Fernando, you there? Looks like Fernando may be taking care of a couple things or two. We'll see if we can maybe talk to him later. If not, he could also just be a little bit frustrated with the results of tonight. Currently looking in at 7th as... Oh my god, I apologize. Fernando Matos is out on track. I do apologize for... I thought Fernando Matos was in the garage. I'm going to be sending him a strongly worded email apologizing for my behavior there. I do... Fernando and the Matos family do apologize for that. I did not see that he was back out on track. I must have mixed up my my drivers, and when I saw that there was dashes indicating that driver was not on track. As already goes around us a 52 of I believe that's Nate Morris. He's gonna go around there. Just gives it a spin. No other issues there. Back up to the front though, and I'm gonna quickly pull this up in the multicam for just a little bit. You can see the mass difference between a couple sections in the track, one where it is highly sunny and the other where it is almost dark, maybe a little bit cloudy, just not too much sunlight. And we're gonna be seeing these two drivers start to switch around as the 25 starts getting into the shaded area, as the 17 and the 19 start getting into the sunny area. Fernando Matos all the way up in the grass again. So Fernando Matos is currently in 7th, as he is the first car 1 lap down. I believe he is 2 laps down actually to the race leader, but technically the first car 1 or more laps down. 6 laps to go here at Mosport to wrap up the Wise Guys 175K. Once again, massive shout out to the Wise Guys for sponsoring the first 10 races. This is the second to last race, race number 9. After this, let me go ahead and pull up my trusty scheduler calendar and see that after Candian Tire Motorsport Park, we're going to go to Gateway for the Worldwide Technology at Gateway. I believe that Gateway is going to be 125 mile race. It's going to be the Wise Guys 125. So it's going to be next week, same location, same place. Well, location being 3Ride TV is going to be an actual different racetrack, but in TV talk, it's going to be same location. Ooh, that is Torres up, scraping the left side wall, I want to say. That's heavy rear end damage that he has on both sides. Not quite sure what happened there. But with Torres, that is... Well, just hang on a minute. John Torres was second. He was second. Derek Castor was third. And that actually moved up Derek Castor and Chris Roberge. So that's going to put Joe Torres in 4th outside the top 3. And Derek Castor and Chris Roberge second and third currently. seconds. Take a look, see how far away Joe Torres is from Derek Castor and Chris Roberge. He's about 7.5 seconds behind Derek Castor and about 5.5 seconds behind Chris Roberge. Oh, hang on, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. So Derek Castor's here. So we do have 5 to go. Derek Castor is here. Chris Roberge is here. He's about 8 seconds behind Chris Roberge is about 8 seconds behind Derek Castor. And then Joe Torres is 5 seconds behind. Oh, right, yeah, my very small, intelligent brain managed to not add up some of the math. As let's take a look here. 8 plus 5, or in this case right now, 9 plus 5. It's going to be about 14. So it looks like Joe Torres is 14 seconds behind Derek Castor. That's the second math segment of the night. As other than that, Kyle Zimmer off to 8-second lead over Derek Castor. He's pulling away, although not as big as it was before. Wow, Derek Castor just ran in the fastest lap of the race. So Derek Castor is slowly catching up to the number 25. Let's see if we can go ahead and pull up some information here. Kyle Zimmer and Castor, taking a look. Oh, wow, these last couple laps, he has been gaining massively over Kyle Zimmer. So I don't think it's anywhere near enough time, but with, actually, hold on, he's about 7 seconds ahead. Behind Kyle Zimmer. And if he keeps on running 2-second lap times, that's more than enough to get there. But the question is, did Zimmer make a mistake? Is he just, did Castor have a fluke of a lap? Whatever it is, but Castor is definitely gaining on Zimmer. The question remains is, if there's enough time as the 71 goes around, he made contact with the driver and he's cutting flies right there on the last corner. We're going to be seeing what lap time Kyle Zimmer is going to be dropping in very, very soon. Going into the last corner. Flipping that curb right in front of Matos. He has to check up. That's going to be a couple more tenths of a seconds that he's going to be losing to the number 12 of Derek Castor. As taking a look, that's going to be a 1:25. Derek Castor, he's getting ready to go into that last. Actually, he already crossed the line. Oh my goodness, let's take a look at the times. 1.5 seconds, so that's not 2 seconds, but he's within 5 seconds to go, and if he runs 1.5 seconds every lap now to finish the race, with it being 3 to go, he should be there at the end. So watch out, Kyle Zimmer. We may have your day may not necessarily be done, as you may have a battle here before the race is over. There you see number 17, Fernando Matos. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Now the question is, Kyle Zimmer did get slowed down heavily, trying to get out of the way of the 17 there, as the 17 was trying to recover. Castor makes contact with the 17, and that's gonna check Castor up. So that's gonna, and yeah, you can see it right there. Derek Castor has already lost a second to Kyle Zimmer. Not only that, but he actually did make contact with the 17, so that's some damage there for the 12 on the left front quarter panel. So that's not looking too good. Or Derek Castor. It looks like, it kind of looks like whatever mistake Kyle Zimmer made, not mistake, whatever checkup he had that last lap is essentially been erased. Go ahead and pull up the time, as I do apologize, that is not the time. That time history, there we go, 1:24, and this time by, 1:25.05, that's a second slower. We talked about that. He is now down to 7.5 seconds behind your race leader. Two laps to go here for Kyle Zimmer as Derek Castor, and I believe that's going to do him in, as he has gone wide trying to make up some lost time, and he has pretty much kissed his chances of winning this race goodbye, as Kyle Zimmer just pulling away now almost to a 10-second lead over the number 12 of Derek Castor. Chris Roberge still securely in third place, as he actually has a 16-second lead over Joe Torres. who also has a 49-second lead over number 19 of Justin Hughes. Trying to see if there are possibly any other battles that are close on track. At least not for position is what I'm seeing. Here we go. Final lap for number 25 of Kyle Zimmer. What a fantastic race Kyle has had, dropping in lap after lap of near perfection, only making a very small handful of mistakes. As he's going to go down these last couple corners here to finish off this lap and finish off this the Guyz 175K race. '83 goes around there after making some slight contact with the driver in the middle of the corner. Not going to affect Kyle Zimmer. He just goes right on by this time. Still 10 seconds ahead of Derek Castor. It's not going to be an issue for him at all this time by. Kyle Zimmer getting ready to round off these last couple corners now. Gonna get ready to take the line in the last sections here. So he's gonna go into the second to last corner. Gonna get into the last corner here. No problem for number 25. Gonna get himself another win here, as he's gonna win tonight's race, the Guyz 175K at Mosport. Goes around there on the middle part of turn one. Looks like he gave it too much. Looks like he did not back off enough, and just spun it around. But no issues there for the 25. The race is already over. He can spin out as many times as he wants. Looks like your finishing results will look a little like this. Let me go ahead and pull it up. It's actually, I apologize, it looks like I'm jumping the gun there a little bit. The official results have not been posted yet in terms of iRacing. We still have a couple drivers still out there trying to finish their laps. Trying to see who is maybe out there trying to finish their laps. Not quite sure. '25 there with the 98. As the 25 is going to start doing some little celebratory spins there. That makes some... No, it looks like I thought they were going to work together there on burnouts, but 25 is just having some fun right now. Here we go. I have the official race results. Let's go ahead and pull these up right now. Okay, Kyle Zimmer with tonight's win, 10 seconds ahead of second place Derek Castor, who had a good strategy, but unfortunately was not able to capitalize on a couple mistakes there those last few laps. Christopher Birch finishing a nice solid third place. Joe Torres in fourth, Justin Hughes fifth, Nate Morris in sixth, Thomas Johnson finishing in seventh, Fernando Matos after getting spun there into the corner and making a couple other mistakes, finishes in eighth. Dakota Moda in 9th, Frank Hughes 10th, Andrew Smith finishes 11th, Johnny Berardi in 12th, Ethan Thompson's going to be finishing tonight's race in 13th, with David Wilson in 14th, Tanner Sharp finishes tonight's race in 15th, and Nick Catella will be finishing in 16th place. Oh, backing it up, making sure that truck is legal. while these drivers go and celebrate, to see if we can pull up our second place driver, our second place finishing driver. That's going to be Derek Castor. Derek, get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Derek, you ended up finishing second place, although some people would say you had a chance to battle for the lead there with about 2 or 3 laps to go. Seems like a couple mistakes after getting some slight contact with the the 17 in front of the Matos seemed to pretty much put an end to that battle for the lead. But other than that, how's your race tonight?
Overall, I guess it was all right. Made a few mistakes. I hit the wall once. That's why I came in for the competition caution, because I had damage. So I figured that was a perfect time to take care of it. And yeah. So, besides a couple times I went off the grass, especially at the beginning of the race. That was kind of embarrassing. Start on the pole and go right off in the grass. And then I had another chance at the lead, and I went off again. Just kept putting myself behind the 8-ball. I think if I was a little more cautious, I think I could have had it done. And I still don't understand how I set that fastest lap on 6-lap-old tires.
Yeah, that threw me for a
I was
loop.
just focused.
Now, something we did see was a little bit towards the middle of that run. It kind of seemed like Fernando Matos threw a block at you in which you had to back off because you got essentially forced into the grass. And a couple corners later, it kind of seems like, it doesn't seem like you guys did make contact. Was that maybe a little bit retaliatory, or was that just purely accidental?
I'm not going to say it wasn't retaliation, but I definitely didn't mean to spin him out. I meant to just move him up the corner, because there's that corner that we were in, super wide, and I just wanted to hit him. From what I'm seeing in the replay now, is it was enough to just be a bump and run, and I don't know if he just overcorrected or got nervous or whatever, but he threw 3 or 4 blocks as I was catching up to him. He knew I was faster, and you can only take so much when you're trying to catch up to the leader. And I just wanted to give him a little bump, move him out the groove, but then he ended up spinning out.
Yeah, that's kind of what I saw. I really wasn't getting like you're dumping him on purpose vibes, but it kind of seems like a bump to either it was to get out of the way, or like a bump to let him know that, hey, I didn't like that or something. But with iRacing, pretty much any forms of racing online, it's very, very difficult to effectively pull off a bump and run just because of a wide variety of different factors, including netcode and just that's kind of mostly the main issue. But it's very hard to pull it off on iRacing. So I'm sure if Fernando is upset or something, he'll look back and understand kind of what happened. But either way, second place finish. We're going to go into Gateway next week. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, anything that's not a road course I'm excited for, because there's less chance of going off in the grass and being on ice, because that's what these road courses feel like.
Yeah, well said, well said. Well, before we let you go, you have any shout-outs you want to give out?
Shout out to Primal Racing. I recently switched over from CP down to Primal because I thought CP had enough teammates, and I was leaving Dakota hanging by not being as part of his team and letting the points collect for that. And I switched to Chevy, so you'll be seeing me in Chevys from here on out.
Well, I'm glad. All right, well, thank you so much,
Yeah,
Derek.
for
We
sure.
wish you good luck, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, sounds good.
All right, joining me in the booth is Fernando Matos. Fernando, first things first, I want to apologize for you. I misread some of the line of data. I thought you were still in the garage, so I wanted to see if I can get a quick word with you. I did not actually see you were still on track.
Sure. You guys know me. I'm actually racer. I've been on the base 2 years. I was late. I never crashed into Derek intentionally. That's not me. I'm a clean driver. I did clean. And everybody can vouch for that. I'm sorry, the rules, but I never did anything intentional to Derek like he said.
I understand. I do apologize. It's a little difficult for me to understand what happened there at first. But yeah, I believe what you're trying to say is that you never intentionally tried to block him.
No,
Yeah.
I was letting, I would like Derek to listen to this because I was letting people by. I got loose. My car was driving very bad. And I came back on track and I didn't see him. And I apologize, but it was not intentional at all.
I'm sure he'll understand as well if he looks when he looks at the replays. You do have a history of being a very clean driver, and as you said, everybody will vouch for you on that. So it's not something I see being an issue for you or him. It's kind of just this happened now, and even if there is any frustration, it's something that's not gonna last at all. But Fernando,
Yeah, absolutely. I love Derek. I think Derek is a great guy. He is one of my inspirations on the league. So it's always sad when your inspiration talks bad about you on something I didn't do. But anyway, it was a good race. Thank you, Carlos.
yeah, and once again, I also do want to apologize for trying to talk to you in the middle of your laps. I really did think that you were off track.
No worries. No worries.
Well, we got Gateway next week. You looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm not that track.
Hold on,
really
Fernando.
well.
Hold on, Fernando. We had a little bit of an issue there. Can you start again?
Yeah, I don't know Gateway that well, so I need to practice during the week, but hopefully we can have a good race.
All right. Thank you so much, Fernando. Before we let you go, you have any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, I just want to apologize because, I mean, I always try to be clean and friends with everybody, and I never did anything to retaliate. So I just want to say sorry if I messed anyone's race.
I'm sure he'll understand. Fernando, thank you so much. We wish you good luck. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to you next week, Fernando.
Good, see you guys.
Bye-bye. All right, let me see if I can pull up third place finisher Chris Roberge. Here he is. Chris, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Chris, you ended up getting a third place finish, Mr. Podium over here. If you can just talk a little bit closer to your mic if possible, Chris, just how was the race overall for you tonight?
It's just pretty well there. It was a long one. I know I went in earlier in the race because I just trying to think if I just go in with the guys or just go in and just do whatever I gotta do. And then I just take my time. It's a really tough track to race around because we don't have a real fixed setup for this track, so we had to make one just for this track.
Yeah, I understand. It's kind of what's been being talked about on the chat. But other than that, just from what I've been seeing in road racing and compared to the couple races that I've broadcasted earlier on a couple years ago, it's a massive improvement. Not too many drivers are getting involved in incidents, and we're seeing more drivers finish a race. So, road racing is difficult for drivers, especially in an oval league. It's something that I've noticed everybody has improved on massively. But Chris ended up finishing second, and it looks like for now, third. You can just kiss some of these road courses away because we're going to go to Gateway next week. You looking forward to that?
Oh, of course.
Okay, thank you. I thought you were going to say a little bit more than that. I was drinking some water. You hit me with the yes. And oh man, that threw me for a loop. But yeah, Chris, looking forward to Gateway. Well, before we let you go, you have any shout outs you want to give out?
Yes, thank you for Fastlanes for organizing this whole wonderful league here. Thanks to 3Y TV. Thanks, Carlos, for broadcasting for us every week and week out. I'd like to big thanks to my teammates, Kyle Zimmer, and me, and Dave Wilson, and other person. Don't know if he's on lately, but he hasn't, but it's all right. And a big shout out to my wife to support me for this race in and out.
All right, thank you so much, Chris. We hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week at Gateway.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, before we bring up your race winner, let's go see if we can talk to Joe Torres, driver of the number 29 machine, finishing in 4th place. Joe, you got a copy? Joe, you there? Looks like we're having some issues with Joe. I'm not sure if he's actually there, but we're going to see. You know what? Let's go ahead and talk to your race winner here tonight. Now, part of me is I'm going to have to
length apart. Was able to pin in for just gasoline and was able to clock in pretty good times. We had competition caution and or halfway through caution at the field regroup and all that. Was able to hold on at the reset. Was able to pull away from Joe and same mistake trading. Almost got into Fernando and 4 to go. Was able to avoid in. Yeah, tonight was pretty much faultless. Mistake entire race long. That was the major key to the road course race like this. And I was clocking one of the fastest laps at the near end of the race, as well as I know that Garrett was catching me pretty quick. I was pushing the truck and almost lost it at one point, but it was able to save it and take home the truck and the Potash Racing and Rebel Racing to the victory lane tonight for the 3rd time, I think.
I believe that's correct. Now, next week we're gonna go to Gateway. You excited for that? It's gonna be the last of the Billy Wise, the Wise Guys race sponsorships.
Absolutely. Gateway's put in the mile track and a quarter, and it's gonna be a great race, I believe. And Truck Series race there a lot, and it should be exciting to watch. I'm sure there could be some late break able to make some mistakes there for enter turn 1 or turn 3. So definitely something I would have to watch when I do side-by-side battle with someone, or especially at the restart. And then, of course, next week is the final race for the Wise Guys, sponsoring to the truck series races so far. And I want a huge thank you to them for coming up on the first 10 races and support to the link. Can't thank you enough for that. Hopefully we can put another great show for them next week as well.
All right, thank you so much. Well, before we let you go, you have any shout-outs you want to go ahead and give out to everybody that's watching?
Absolutely. I want to shout out to you, Carlos, for forecasting this weekly, and of course, entire group of Rewind TV, and you, huge support to the link and sponsoring the Truck Series Titlement Series. I also want to thank the Wise Guys once again for sponsoring this race, and first 10 racing, and next week will be their last as of now. I also want to thank Signarama, Halliday Beach for the support, BW Design for the photo word, and support for a couple races as well. I want to thank Korner Sports, Guyz Racing Design for the support, and George Moore Incorporated for the huge support. And I just want to thank everyone who showed up tonight, even though it might have been tough for some guys. I hope everybody in the fans and the viewers who watched tonight had a great time watching the road course race tonight. Looking forward to next week at Gateway once again. It'll be the final race before we have a bye week for Memorial the following week. So hopefully we can put a great show for you all. And thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Kyle. We wish you a great week, and we'll talk to you next week at Gateway. And that's going to do it for your race winner interviews. Actually, we have one more. We were able to talk to Joe. And Joe, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, Joe. I got a bone to pick with you, my friend. All right. I don't know if you can take a look at our broadcast, but you have far too many race achievements because your text is spilling on over past the black box. And I got to talk to you, man. You got to trim down your achievements or cut some loose, because that's too much, man. It's too much for us to handle. But joking aside, though.
No, don't worry.
Joking aside, though, Joe.
Don't worry, I'll trim it.
You ended up finishing fourth. I know it's not the win that you wanted to get tonight, but overall, how did your race here at Mosport go?
It went well. First time on this track, actually. I've raced it on console, so it's completely different from what console the iRacing does, but all the braking points and gear shifting were basically the same. It's just it's more difficult to drive. But overall, the race was fantastic to get the car right and drive well. But the problem is I keep spinning the tires, which kind of screwed everything up. But other than that, my race was fun. I can't believe I finished P4. That was a surprise out of everything because I suck at road courses. So, but other than that, it was fun.
Do you think there's anything you could have changed to possibly get a win tonight?
No, actually, I had zero speed compared to Kyle. Kyle, when he got up front, it was over. I could be good for like a couple of laps, and then I started to fade or start spinning the tires too much. I think I spun the tires off the hairpin going down Andretti straightaway, and then the corner before that, and I keep spinning the tires. That's my thing. I'm still trying to get used to not spinning the tires or not put too much power input, but nah, I think it would have been the same outcome. I think Kyle would have had it anyways.
Quick fun fact for you: you had the fourth fastest lap of the race, and you ended up finishing fourth. So I guess some people could say you finished probably where you were running. But yeah, either way, good strong run. You're going over to Gateway next week. You looking forward to that?
Oh yes. I never raced Gateway, so that's gonna be interesting. There's a lot of tracks that were raced on the iRacing service, but Gateway is one of them. I'm looking forward to it. I think that race is gonna be a very interesting race. I hope we can repeat a performance of a short track win like Martinsville, but other than that, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Joe. Before we let you go, you have any shout outs you want to give out?
Yep. Shout out to all my sponsors on the car: Bass Pro, Tracker Boats, Haas, Hunt Brothers, Jimmy John's, Ream. Shout out to all my coworkers. friends, family, you name it. Shout out to you, Carlos. I'll lower down the achievement levels. I will fix that. I promise. I'll fix it tonight. I completely forget to fix it, so my apologies. I know I have to keep up with it, but I'll fix it tonight. But other than that, shout out to everyone that's watching. I hope everyone had a fun time watching the race, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Well, actually, hold on. I got one more thing. So I'm actually I've read your achievements in multiple times, but I've actually just processed it. You've won 7 championships, but you've only won 2 races.
No, so I've won 7 championships in total FRL. So we're counting console and we're counting this. So we're right now counting everything that's been going on. That's what Kyle's been telling me to count everything. So
yes,
we're counting the console side and we're counting the iRacing side. So collectively, I've won 7 championships, and you could say 2 wins now. It's basically 55 wins now in total with everything. So other than that, yeah, that's what's going on there.
Nice. Well, great job. Yeah, great job. And we'll talk to you next week at Gateway.
You got it, man. You have a good one.
You too. And that's going to be it for tonight. I did a whole dance on different channels there, but that's going to be it here for tonight. Looks like we lost our secondary feed. I'm not sure what's going on. Something happened to the other account. I think we had an iRacing crash, but it looks kind of scary there. Unfortunately, it was not recorded, so you'll never be able to see what I saw there. But yeah, it's gonna do it for us tonight. We wish you guys good luck. Thank you everybody for joining us, and we will talk to you next week at Gateway. Same time, same channel. See you guys.